Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Assifa Yasmin Amini. I'm from Linguistics Assessment A1, and I will explain about assessing listening. The first one is observing the performance of the four skills. The first competence is listening. They doesn't have the process of performance and doesn't have the product of performance. It will make its receptive skills of observation. And then speaking, they have the process of the performance, but doesn't have the product of the performance. It will make the receptive skills of observation. And then reading, they doesn't have the process of the performance and doesn't have the product of the performance. It will make the receptive skills of observation. And then the last, writing, they have performance of the process and the product of performance. It will make productive skills. And then the importance of listening. Listening often implied as a component of speaking, input in the successful of language acquisition, applicable in many fields. For example, is workplace, education, and home context. Assessment of listening must be made because we neither observe the actual act of listening nor the product. And then basic type of listening. There is 4 basic types of listening. The first one is intensive, the second one is responsive, and the third one is selective, and the last one is extensive. The intensive one recognizes speech sound. It will make comprehending language structure elements. And then the responsive is determine the type of the speech event. And then selective, it's bring a plausible interpretation message. For example, determining meaning of auditory input. And the extensive one is retaining relevant information in long-term memory. For example, developing the gist. And then the last one is micro and macro skills of listening. A useful way of synthesizing a specific number of micro and macro skills implied in the performance of listening comprehension. Specifying objective for learning may identify specific assessment objective. There's micro skill for the bottom-up process, and the macro skill is top-down approach. That's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.